They called it a smart choice. That's what my mother said as she handed my sister the keys to a brand new silver Audi, the car bought with my college fund. She smiled, proud of their investment. Dad laughed, said something about return on family value. And my sister squealed, hugging them both, not even glancing at me. That moment, that precise, cruel second, something in me snapped. Not loudly, quietly, like a wire pulled too tight and finally breaking somewhere deep inside. I was supposed to leave for college that fall. I'd worked every summer since I was 15, stacking my wages into that fund, believing their words, that it was our shared dream. They promised to match every dollar I saved. I believed them. But when the time came, the fund was gone, transferred, spent, and justified as a family need. My mother said, "You're smart, you'll figure something out. Your sister needs a car for her new job. You're not even sure what you want to study yet." That was her logic. That tone, calm, condescending, final. I didn't argue, not because I agreed, but because I learned something valuable that day. Money wasn't about fairness. It was about control. And control I could take back. They always underestimated me. The quiet one, the responsible son, the one who followed rules, who never asked for much. They forgot who taught me to read financial reports when I was 12, who took me to board meetings to learn business, who gave me access to company statements when I was just helping out with paperwork. They forgot I paid attention. Our family company, the one my father built with 2 partners, had been struggling quietly. I knew that before he did. The expansion loans were bleeding cash, the partners were nervous, and Dad was too proud to admit it. So while he played the patriarch, I studied every word of those reports, every loan clause, every stock allocation, every weak spot. The plan came naturally. Not revenge, not yet, just preparation. I took a part-time job at one of his partners' firms, listened, learned, waited. When the chance came, when one of the partners hinted at selling a portion of his shares, I didn't hesitate. I didn't need to. I'd already found an investor who believed in my pitch, a quiet buyout of underperforming family stock. My investor? A college friend's uncle who owed me a favor. The deal went through under his name. The shares were quietly transferred into a holding company. Mine. My parents didn't notice. Why would they? They thought I was working some odd jobs to pay for school. Then came the second partner, the one always frustrated with Dad's decisions. I played him like a mirror, showed him what he already feared, that Dad's ego would sink the business. I didn't lie. I just confirmed what was already true. 2 months later, I owned 49% of the company, through proxies. Enough to matter, enough to make him sweat. When I got the invitation to the quarterly shareholders meeting, it wasn't sent to me. It was addressed to Mr. A. Winters, my holding company's representative. That was me. I arrived early that day. The boardroom smelled like old leather and ego. Dad was already there, straightening his tie. Mom sat beside him, smiling as if she still owned the room. My sister scrolled on her phone, bored. Then the partners entered, quiet, cautious, and finally me. When I walked in, Dad didn't recognize me at first, not because of how I looked, but because of where I stood, across from him, not beside him. The lead partner cleared his throat. "Let's begin," he said. "We have some new ownership changes to review." My father frowned. "Ownership changes?" I nodded slightly. "Yes," I said, taking my seat. "I believe it's time to discuss the new majority shareholders' direction for the company." His face drained of color. Mom blinked, confused. "What do you mean, majority shareholder?" The room went still. One by one, the proxies revealed their signatures, the documents confirming the transfer of shares. My father's voice broke halfway through reading. This isn't possible," he whispered. But it was. Every step, every form, every acquisition, perfectly legal, perfectly timed. I leaned forward, voice calm, steady. "You always told me to make smart choices," I said. "This is mine." They looked at me, stunned, betrayed, cornered, and for the first time, I didn't flinch. I didn't yell. I didn't smile. I just let silence do the damage. Mom tried to recover. "You can't do this to your family." I looked at her. "You already did." Dad stared at the table, his empire crumbling under the weight of his own arrogance. My sister's hand trembled around her phone. She couldn't even meet my eyes. That was the moment, the exact one, when I finally felt free. I didn't destroy them completely. I wasn't cruel. I simply made them irrelevant. I took control of the company, restructured, paid off the loans, brought in new.